Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Planescape Torment. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we talk to a Dusty over here. That's what Morte calls them. And he mentioned before, I think, or I read somewhere, what he was, a duster or something like that. His name is Dol, and he's telling us about what this place is, the mortuary, and the shadow of life, and all sorts of weird concepts that they hold, that apparently people are better off in complete non-existence, apparently. But yeah, tell me more about the mortuary. Let's see. True Death. Tell me about True Death, yeah. No, yeah, okay, so I've read about that before. What about the Dustmen? Yes, what about that? We, Dustmen, are a faction, a gathering of those of us that recognize the illusion of this life. We await the next life and help others on their journey. Perhaps you can explain why the Dustmen want me dead? Doll sighs. It is said that our souls who can never attain the true death. Death has forsaken them, and their names shall never be penned in the dead book. To awake from death, as you have done, suggests you are one of those souls. Your existence is unacceptable to our faction. Unacceptable? That doesn't sound like it leaves me in a good position. You must understand, your existence is a blasphemy to them. Many of our faction would order you cremated if you were aware of your affliction. Well, you're a Dustman. You don't seem to be in favor of killing me. Why not? Oh, I'm forgetting to voice my guy like this. Yeah, why not? Because forcing our beliefs upon you is not just. You must give up this shadow of life on your own, not because we force you to. And Doll looks about to break into another coughing jag, but he manages to hold it in with some effort. As long as I remain at my post, I will protect your right to search for your own truth. And what is this your post? I am a scribe, a cataloger, or cataloger? Yeah, cataloger of all the shells that come to the mortuary. And he coughs again, then takes a deep breath. As long as the stream of corpses flows through the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. You say that I have been here for more than once. How is it that the Dustmen do not recognize me?
Updated my journal.
Yeah, that's the voice right there. I am the one that catalogs the shells that come to our halls, Restless One. And he breaks into a fit of coughing, then steadies himself. Only I see the faces of those that lie upon our slabs. The dark of your existence lies safe with me. Okay, thank you, I guess. Tell me more about the mortuary. Okay, so Sigil? What about Sigil? Sigil is our fair city, Restless One. And what about my wounds? Yes, the wounds that decorate your body. They look as if they would have sent us lesser men along the path of the true death. Yet it seems as if many of them have healed already. And he coughs violently for a moment, then steadies himself. But those are only the surface wounds. Only surface wounds? What do you mean?
Updated my journal.
I speak of the wounds of the mind. You have forgotten much, have you not? Mayhap your true wounds run much deeper than the scars that decorate your surface. And he coughs again. But that is something that only you would know for certain. Okay, let's see. How did I get here? Dal snorts in contempt, as if he finds the memory repugnant. Your moldy chariot ferried you to the mortuary, Restless One. You would think you were royalty based on the number of loyal subjects that lay stinking and festering upon the cart that carried you. I arrived here on a cart.
Updated my journal.
Yes, your body was somewhere in the middle of the heap, sharing its fluids with the rest of the mountain of corpses. Then he breaks into another violent fit of coughing, finally catching his breath minutes later. Your seneschal, Farod, was, as always, pleased to accept a few moldy coppers for the dump the lot of you at the mortuary gate. Oh, so I see what's going on. Who's this Farod? He is a collector of the dead. And Dal draws a racked breath, then continues. We have such people in our city that scavenge the bodies of those that have walked the path of true death, and bring them to us so that they may be interred properly. And where can I find this Farod? If events persist as they have, Restless One, you have a much greater chance of Farod finding you and bringing you to us again before you find whatever ooze puddle he wallows in this time. Okay. So... I guess... I have a feeling our paths will cross. No, wait a minute. Yeah, let's go with this one, because it might lead somewhere. Let's not say farewell. Nevertheless, I must find him. A slight warning creeps into Dahl's tone. Do not seek out Farod, Restless One. I am certain that it will excuse the hiccup. Simply come full circle again. With you none the wiser, and Farod a few coppers richer. Accept death, Restless One. Do not perpetuate your cycle or circle of misery. But I have to find him. Do you know where he is?
Updated my journal.
Dahl is silent for a moment. When he finally speaks, he seems to do so reluctantly. I do not know under which gutter stone Farod lairs at the moment, but I imagine that he can be found somewhere beyond the mortuary gates, in the hive. Perhaps someone there will know where you can find him. Doesn't sound like you like the Farod much. There are some I respect, Restless One. And Dahl takes a ragged breath and steadies himself. Farod is one of them. Or is not one of them. He wears his ill repute like a badge of honor and takes liberties with the possessions of the dead. He's a knight of the post, cross-trading filth of the lowest sort. A knight of the post? A knight of the post, Dahl coughs. A thief. All Farod brings to our walls have come stripped of a little less of their dignity than they possessed in life. Farod takes whatever he may pry from their stiffening fingers. Did this Farod take anything from me? And Dahl pauses, considering. Most likely. Are you missing anything? Especially anything of value? And his voice dips as he frowns. Not that Farod would take exception to anything that wasn't physically grafted to your body, and something even that's not, and sometimes even that's not enough to give him his greedy mind pause. Yeah, I'm missing my journal. A journal? If it was of any value, then it is likely it lies with Pharaoh's hands. In Pharaoh's hands. Okay. Where can I find this Farod? Okay, so he goes back to what we said before. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling our paths will cross. Farewell, Dahl. A slight warning... Oh, okay, so he goes back to... Okay, goes back to what he said. Yeah, I can speak with you no longer. Farewell. As you turn to leave, Dahl speaks. Know this. I do not envy you, Restless One. To be reborn as you would be a curse... as you would be a curse that I could not bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point, your path will return you here. And Dahl coughs, the sound rattling in his throat. It is the way of all things, flesh and bone. Well, then perhaps we'll meet again, Dahl. Okay, so let's continue looking around. We have a few corpses over here that I kind of want to talk to. Let's see. This female corpse, I think I talked to it before. And now, how about this one up here? I think I talked to two of them. The smell of formaldehyde emanating from this corpse is particularly strong. It smells like it was applied recently, and with good reason. This corpse appears to be in an advanced stage of decay. Her jaw is missing, and some of the flesh has slid off her skull, revealing the number 1072 chiseled into the bone. Yeah, I think this one has seen better days. The corpse does not respond to your voice. The fact it has no jaw may have something to do with it. Probably not, though. Farewell, then. Yeah, probably not. These things are particularly dead. Let's go over here and have a chat with this zombie worker. Completely wrapped in bandages like a mummy that corpse is. There's nothing over there. How about you, sir? This walking corpse has the number 1094 carved into its forehead. Its mouth has been tightly shut, and the chemical reek of fresh formaldehyde hangs in an overpowering cloud around it. Despite the pallid, sunken features and lifeless, milky eyes, it is clear this was once a handsome young man. So, seen anything interesting going on? Of course, the corpse continues to stare at you, doing nothing. Ooh. Okay. Can I... Let's go back here. These are the stairs up, or... No, wait a minute. That's the stairs up. Yeah. Up and down. Right? Yeah, okay. So, we don't have access to that one over there, so let's go up here, to this room, and, see what things are going on. Also, I want to read my journal. Let's see. So, this sorts itself by... Yeah, we read this one already. Morty mentioned something about the rule of threes. Well, I don't really care for that. I met a sickly scribe named Dahl in the mortuary. Yes, Dahl told me he is the responsible. Dahl suggested that the wounds I have suffered are minor in comparison. the thought makes me uneasy. I wouldn't mind hearing some good news every once in a while. What about that? Oh, I've suffered... Oh, yeah, that's right. He even went so far as to suggest that the wounds I've suffered may be responsible for my loss of memory. Yeah. Yeah, one important detail in here is that what he's actually saying is that we should die to find Farod, and I've never done that in this game. I've never played enough to actually die, and I don't think I even actually grasped that notion, because I played this game blind without really knowing, and now I know, of the development of this game, that one of the key fundamental aspects of its development was how it treats player death, and I didn't know that when I started playing the game, so I never actually found out that by myself. But let's have a chat with this zombie worker over here. The numbers are getting higher and higher. This huge corpse is standing silently in a corner of the room, facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavy-set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This number looks like it is serving as a librarian, or this corpse looks like it's serving as a librarian, but it is carrying a huge stack of books in its arms. Okay, let's examine the books. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the texts, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it. Okay, I'm gonna take the page. The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife, so he suspects the page was removed on purpose. Let's read through it. We also have a logbook that we found last episode, so I also need to read that. You take a moment to read through the page. It's a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and logged in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. Okay, I know how to read. Let's examine the corpse again. Can I examine the books again? Nothing more. So, how did you come to be a librarian? All the other jobs taken? The corpse stares blankly at the wall. Okay, yeah, nothing goes on these guys. So what is this? Oh, I can read that. This ragged page looks like it was cut neatly out of a book. It is written in a tight, crabbed script. And we got a... What is that number? Are they... They have these many dead, and are they just getting, are they resurrecting only the old bodies? I think that might be the case. Let's see, chest wound, cause of death, it just says a bunch of other stuff. It doesn't say the name, of course. I say, of course, but Age of Shells, Age of Shell, prevents identification. Well, as with previous entries, these shells, Farod has, okay. Oh, wait a minute, this is us. This is us. I think. 16538. Fifth night. Desiccated body. Cause of death. Indeterminable. Age of Shell. Prevents identification. Collector. Farod. Okay, so that's what I need right there. 3 common spade. No possessions. Stripped. Knife marks evident from dissection. That might be us. I got another one collected by Farod. Fifth night. Again. Oh, that may be a day, or a year or something. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Fifth night. Why is it fifth night? Scarred shell, cause of death, indeterminable. Scars do not appear to be the cause of death. Shock trauma, collector Farod. 3 common spade, possessions logged. Fist irons, 13 commons. I think I got those already. Middle. Why didn't he steal that, Farod? Huh. Middle table, receiving room. And then we have cause of death, indeterminable. This is from Farod as well. Age of Shell identification, again with these things. So we might not be that one. Possessions logged, knife mark evidence from dissection, but the dissection was not thorough enough. Okay, so these are not me because they dissected these guys. Copper earring found lodged in abdomen. Earring. Earring has been locked in southeast preparation room. Have an initiate from the third circle examine it. It has strange markings like those on contracted worker. Cause of death indescribable. This is from Farod as well. Age of Shell identification. Strip knife marks evident from dissection. So they all come with knife marks. Or what does that mean? As with previous entries, these shells Farod has brought also shows or also show signs of having been prepared. I've asked that Initiate Emoric launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 16542, which is the next one, is one of Ferod's gang. I've seen the individual before. I would ask Emoric to pay heed to how the man died. Tiefling male, so it's not us. Are we a tiefling? I don't think so. Cause of death, slash marks, discoloration of wounds are consistent with grave rot. Ghoul claws, collector Ferrod, 3 common spade, no possession, stripped. Okay. We're not a tiefling, are we? Are we? We should have a tail in that case, right? We're a fighter, but that can change later on in the game. I can't really tell. Maybe we're a tiefling. That'd be an interesting thing. I like tieflings. Tieflings are cool. Really cool. Yeah, let's continue. I think we might be able to go all the way around to that other room. Okay, we've got zombie workers over here. We're also... How are we centered? How did I center... Okay, I'm down for that. I don't know how I centered that. I pressed some key. I'll look into that off camera, but not right now. There's no need. What do we have? A few corpses over here. The stench coming from this corpse is truly nauseating. Someone split open this man's chest and is yet to remove the internal organs. Oh, I pressed C. Yeah, C centers on the character. Ooh, this disembodied corpse proves how far you can physically stretch flesh without tearing it. Yeah, very nasty. What about this one? The bandages covering this body are soaked with blood, even though this corpse has looks several days dead. Blood still trickles from its wounds. Really? Huh. What about this one? Another corpse on a stone slab. There is no indication of what the body died of. Okay, and then another one. This chalk white body has been drained of blood and treated with embalming fluid. A neatly stitched seam runs down the corpse's chest. And we have something over here. And we have Avine or something or other. Let's have a chat with this zombie worker. The eyes of this corpse are set close together, and the eyeballs themselves are slightly askew. One faces to the left and the other to the right. You can barely make out the number 257 traced into its bruised forehead. It looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. So it could be another one. Don't you get dizzy with the... I'll also get to go for the voice. Don't you get dizzy with your eyeballs facing like that? There is no flicker of understanding in the corpse's eyes. They stare silently off to the left and right. Oh boy. Shut up with your moaning. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck makes her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Yeah, but if I remember correctly, that finger is really creepy. Greetings, I'm gonna say. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They're darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives removing organs. What's wrong with your hands? The woman makes no response.
My journal.
She's a tiefling, Chief, says Mort. They got... Well, I'm not a tiefling then. They got fiend blood in their veins, usually cause some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Makes some of them addled in the head, and addled looking too. I'm gonna tap the woman and get her attention. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are a rotting yellow, with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation, and she frowns at you. Oh, that's me saying, greetings. She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You! And she clacks her taloned fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hand. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here to Avine. Go, go, go! Okay, well, I had some questions first.
My journal.
She turns away, and she makes no sign that she hears you. I think the dusty chit might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? Yeah, what's wrong with her hands? She's a tiefling, Chief. They got a dash of fiend blood running in their veins, usually because some ancestor of theirs shared knicker with some demon or another. You didn't say exactly that line before. They rewrote that line, right? Nope, that's exactly the same one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's leave. It sounded a little bit different, though, for some reason. Okay, so I need... What does she need? I just forgot. I need embalming fluid and a needle. Okay, I think I know where it is. I think I know where it is. It's not here, by the way. I'm just getting whatever is in here, if there is anything in here. What do we have? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. So you have a door over there. We have a few more zombies. Let's have a chat with you. This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between two slabs. The number 506 has been stitched on its forehead and the side of its neck. Oh, really? And the side of it. And its right arm. In fact, the skin of this peeling corpse has been sewn up with so many stitches, its skin looks like a bizarre screen map. Let's examine the stitches. The stitches encircle the corpse, running from its arms across its chest, up its neck, and into the damp mass of white hair. As you follow the crossroads of stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle into the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread, stitching up the side of the skull. You could probably unravel it if you had something to cut the thread. Okay, I have a scalpel. Yeah, let's cut the stitches with the scalpel. And wait a minute, this is the stitch thing? Oh, it's not gonna end up well for the corpse. You slice the thread neatly into the with the scalpel, then pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk white skull, where, to your surprise, the number 78 has been chiseled. Seems you got two different designations there, corpse. The corpse stares straight ahead, oblivious. Yeah, of course. Okay, but we got what we needed, which is a needle and thread. Well, how did I get the needle? Oh, it was already there before, I suppose. What do we have here? These barrels contain a murky fluid. It smells like a cross between vinegar and formaldehyde. Yeah, we met that thing before. You see Ivan. She, well, I suppose, could be Aven or something. I have no idea. I'm gonna go with Ivine. That sounds a little bit more normal. She is still dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. The rhythm of the talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall what. Yeah, because I lost my memory. Yeah. Let's watch her and study the motions of her hands.
Updated my journal.
As you study the motions of Ivine's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp, and then suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring, until you are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse. Rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto its scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching... I have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way. 42, I don't think I've seen that one. That's an echo. Okay, this is like what we find in Tides of Numenera then. Well... the other way around, because of course this is the original one. Keep things safe and wait for my return. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides, and as it does, the vision fades until you are watching Ivan's hands make their stitching motions once more. Wait a minute. What? Am I this corpse? No. Let's tap her and get her attention. She turns, sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies? She clacks her talon fingers together impatiently, then makes a stitching motion with her fingers. Find thread and embalming fluid. Oh, I need the embalming fluid. Sorry. Bring here to Ivan. Go, go, go. Okay. I wonder... What did I make of that? Watching Ivan stitch up the corpse with her talons triggered a strange memory. I recall performing a similar operation on a corpse. Me, long ago, except that I think I was placing something inside its chest rather than taking something out. It felt like I was putting whatever it was in there so I could retrieve it later. In the memory, when I crossed my arms, the corpse itself crossed its arms as well. It had number 42 written on its scalp. Okay, that's really good, actually. Okay, what about this thing? This corpse is 985, has stopped dead in its tracks. Judging from the condition of... excuse me, condition of its left leg, it looks as if some sort of tomb rot or corpse mold has eaten through its knee. The corpse is wobbling unsteadily back and forth, trying to keep its balance. I'm not gonna give it a push, it's gonna destroy the corpse. I think this also does that, but I'm gonna try and help the corpse balance. You reach out to the corpse's left arm, I should say, to help steady it. As you grab its arm, however, the corpse suddenly sways to the right, and you end up tugging the corpse rather than steadying it. Chief, you might not want... there is a crack from the corpse's left leg, and the body falls like a dead tree. Its torso strikes the stone flagstone and shatters like a rotten melon. Filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse's collapse. And even stranger, the left leg remains standing where the body was, as if at attention. After a moment, the leg falls over with a wet thump. As you gaze upon the putrefied remains of the corpse, you notice that its left arm seems intact. It has snapped from the torso during the fall, and it doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that has spread through the rest of the body. Well, I wonder if I could make use of that. Did I pick up the body? No, I didn't. I'm gonna need to pick it up myself. We got a left arm number 985. This arm snapped clean off corpse 985 when it accidentally toppled. Yeah, right. As much as the corpse's knee was rotted clean through, it looks like the combination of thick applications of embalming fluids and rigor mortis has made this arm almost as hard as wood. If you need to, you could either use it to shake someone's hand from a distance, or use it to bash their skulls in. Yeah, I think I know which one I'm gonna use it for. Is it good, actually? 1-6 for crushing. Oh, yeah. The speed is not very good. I'm gonna go with that one. But yeah, the weapons are also pretty weird. This game just loves this sort of stuff. Now, as I was reading that, I remember... I remember the other corpse. And I remember it had a very early number in its forehead. 78. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I don't remember if it was 42. I didn't remember if it was 42. So we're looking for embalming fluid. Let's go down here. I don't think this connects to anywhere, but at least I wanna check it out. There's nothing. Okay. How about over here? How about this door? Yeah, we just need the embalming fluid. Of course, we saw it already, but, I mean, we saw formaldehyde and vinegar, but yeah. The bloodstained... Okay, so that's the same description as before. And we got a zombie worker. Hey. The shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. The number 821 is carved into his forehead, and his lips have been stitched close. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. So seen anything interesting going on? As you address the zombie, it blinks in surprise. What? Oh, you're not a zombie. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
The zombie is trying to respond behind stitched lips. He has a peculiar half-frightened, half-angry expression.
Where are you? What do you want?
Can I help you out, man? Who are you? Or who are you, I ask. The zombie doesn't seem to have heard you. He looks you up and down for a few moments, then frowns.
What do you do here?
His eyes narrow suspiciously.
You spy of Doomsdays?
No, I'm trying to escape, I'm gonna say. The zombie seems interested.
Are you in trouble? What do you do?
I keep forgetting my voice. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna get better, but yeah.
I woke up in one of the slabs upstairs.
The zombie is looking at you like you're crazy.
You Barmy? Barmy, what's that?
Morte whispers. He's wondering if you're crazy, loco, cackle, addled, and so am I. Now, I woke up from the dead talk, will ya? You're embarrassing me. Oh, yeah.
I'm embarrassing you?
Morte sighs. Look, Chief, you gotta get your wits about you. You can't go around telling everybody the truth all the time. We can't have every conny catcher we meet taking us for marks, right? Yeah, because they just kill me.
Conny catcher?
Marks? What? Well, never mind. This fake zombie is looking at you both suspiciously.
Sorry, actually, I was trapped in here somehow. Can you help me out?
He is silent for a moment, then he nods slightly as if in understanding.
Why should I help you out?
Because I won't expose your little disguise if you help me. He looks you up and down as if wondering if he can take you, stares at your scars, then decides against it.
You can escape through portals.
Portals?
Portals.
The zombie waves around the area.
Portals everywhere.
Can you show me one of these portals? The zombie nods.
You want out? Go to arch on first floor, whatever, northwest room. You need fingerbone, shape of crook.
He holds up his index finger and bends it into a crook.
Then you have the key. Go to Arch, jump to Secret Crypt, and can escape from here. Secret escape route.
And he nods eagerly.
You can rest there.
Crooked finger bone? Where am I going to find one of these?
Updated my journal.
Ooh, 250 experience. Thank you. He shrugs.
Must be around here, one around here. Look in storage rooms on upper floor. Maybe there.
Alright. I had some other questions.
What do you want to know?
Well, I'm gonna ask you a bunch of stuff, but only on the next episode because I am out of time for right now. So, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Planescape Torment. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.